Alright, so in Revelation 2, he that keeps the good works of God is going to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And then in Revelation 12, you see that it's the man-child born of the woman, which is the 144,000, who receives the rod of iron. They're given the rod of iron by Yeshua so that when the 144,000 return with Yeshua, like Paul says in 2 Thessalonians 2, that they're going to execute fiery vengeance on those that know not God and obey not the gospel, right? And the rod of iron is going to break in pieces the potter's vessel. Now go to Isaiah 30, which is all about the drunkards of Ephraim, continuing all the way from Isaiah 28. And these people are so drunk, but not with wine, and they stagger, but not with strong drink, but with pride. And it's because of that pride that they will not turn the battle to the gate, they won't fulfill the royal law, and they despise prophecy. They say to the watchmen who are raised up in the last generation to warn them, don't watch over us. They say, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want Jehovah. They don't want to sanctify his name. They don't want his son, Yeshua, who came to teach the world the 10 Commandments. They want to cover themselves with the covering that is not of God's Spirit, but of the Antichrist spirit of error, so that they may add sin to sin. They want Jesus, the lawless one who came in his own name. And so because of that, it says that their iniquity is going to come upon them in one day like a breach that is swelling over, ready to break. It's talking about when Satan is cast down, like the parable of the fig tree in the springtime, into America, into the drunkards of Ephraim. And it says that at that time they're going to be broken in pieces like a potter's vessel. So the people who are not obeying the gospel and who don't know God are the drunkards of Ephraim. And then just to top it all off, Isaiah 8 is saying that if you associate yourselves with these people, and Isaiah 8 is talking about how they're going to say a confederacy, which basically means that, well, just look at it's the second or the fifth amendment. I don't know. I'm not American. I don't care. But the gun one, like, these drunkards of Ephraim are going to try and shoot their way out of great tribulation. And God says, if you associate yourselves with these people, you're going to be broken in pieces. And these people, there's no light in them because they don't speak according to the law and to the testimony. That's what Isaiah 8 is saying. So here's the drunkards of Ephraim who reject prophecy. They don't speak according to the law and to the testimony. They say to the prophets, prophesy not, and to the seers, see not, to the watchmen, don't watch over us. They don't want Jehovah. They don't want Yeshua. They're so drunk on pride that they can't hear the refreshing. And so they're going to be broken in pieces like a potter's vessel. And it's the 144,000, those who have the good works of God, those who did not deny his name, those that kept the righteousness of God and taught others to do so, who are going to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. It's those people who receive the rod of iron to execute that judgment upon the earth.